Just
Hello,
walk,
everybody. We're
just
back.
walk away. Just
Yeah,
walk away. Fucking
humongous.
old.
The
Oh, so
Ayatollah of rock and roller.
yeah, that you see, I watched it this afternoon to just like I got home and I forgot when he said that. He was like, the
Oh,
Ayatollah of rock and roller. I'm like,
he's like the
God.
original hype man. And I
Yeah.
wrote that. What the guy's name, the Toady. I didn't know he
Oh,
had
that,
a
oh
name.
okay.
Yeah, I
I,
looked that up. So I was like, oh wait, that's like. Well, I guess we should fucking kind of start what we're doing here. We are talking about the best fucking wasteland apocalyptic movie ever made, The Road Warrior.
yes,
From, was it 83, 84? I
I
don't
think it's
remember.
80. I think it's 83.
82.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think it is. Well, of course
Wait,
my
because
well, anyway, early 80s. It's fucking awesome. It's that year when all those great movies came out. And
yeah,
today we got Tim Morse with us. Everybody probably knows Tim from AC, ain't no cunt, but Tim currently is in Burt Bacharach, correct?
correct, correct as
Awesome.
usual, King Friday.
Yeah, man. And we'll plug at the end, but I have downloaded that and it's fucking awesome.
Oh,
The
thank you.
fucking demo. So anyway, yes, The Road Warrior, one of the best movies I think ever made. And we'll just like kind of run through the plot. We can even cut back. It's whatever, There's no
Yeah,
rules. We're talking about an awesome movie. But the movie starts off with a recap of the previous film, Mad Max, but a little more information like what happened to the world. Basically, they said two great tribes went to war, which I'm assuming is the U.S. and Russia, and fucked the world up and caused like an oil crisis. Everything went to shit. Um, Mad Mad Max movie was basically him like a cop before everything started going really downhill, right?
yeah.
And his,
There was some back. I read some backstory about it, about Mad Max, about how it. I can't remember. It was saying more that like it was kind of it was Mad Max was kind of after the apocalypse or like during the apocalypse. So they
yeah, it
really,
looks like it's getting ready to really start falling
yeah,
apart, and they're trying to keep some type of semblance of law and order.
yeah, yeah.
And
And then
anyway,
yeah,
one of these wasteland gang biker, well, this one's a biker gang, basically kills his family, and he goes on a revenge tap in his badass V8 Interceptor. Remember, don't do it, Max. Don't do it. Yeah, it's fucking great. He takes that badass black V8. I think what is that, a Ford Falcon from Australia or something? I think it's like they said it
yeah.
was a.
I believe so. I read in about that too. I had actually had I had a good friend of mine who actually owned one for a little while.
Oh,
It was
really?
yeah, it was completely fucked. But he just was like, just gotta have it. I'm
Just
like,
to
it's
have
never
it,
gonna.
yeah.
And he's like, it's never gonna run, but I just need to look at it. I'm like,
Eh,
okay.
yeah, it's understandable. It's a great
Oh
car.
fuck yeah.
Have you
Oh
seen
yeah.
those ones they do now, where they um kind of just make them, they take them and make them into Mad Max V8 Interceptors. I
Oh
saw it
yeah.
on YouTube, man. It's
Oh yeah.
fucking that's got to be great to drive around in,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I got to tell
anyway,
you, the other member of Burt Bacharach, Fred, um, last year he went to this thing out in the desert in California called the Wasteland Convention.
holy shit, my friend Jeff goes to that.
Yeah, yeah. So he went to that. So I know he's going to be very jealous when he finds out I'm talking about the Road Warrior because it's his favorite movie of all time. So, Fred, I get to do it. I get to do it.
Yeah,
So
I don't know
I'm
if you
okay
ever
with that.
seen pictures from that. I just had my friend Jeff on the other last night, or I forgot when we did this. The Slayer,
Okay,
we did the Slayer thing, and Jeff fucking dresses up like Immortal Joe to the T.
really?
Yeah, he has this Immortal
I wonder.
Joe.
Fred probably met him. I don't know.
Yeah, because they like when they Jeff gets all these fucking pictures, and he's like one of the tribe kings out there when he shows up as the Immortal Joe, and he goes all into character. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, Fred dresses up. He's got a couple of he actually built a motorcycle like a fucking wasteland motorcycle. He has.
Nice. Oh yeah,
So
they had to meet each other. Then I'm sure.
oh yeah, they probably did.
It's funny how
So
the fucking small world, dude.
oh,
How
I know. But I
fucking
mean,
everything.
well, we play. Look at the music we play. How are we not going to bump into each other? It's just
Yeah,
a obvious thing.
it's a,
But
a niche scene basically.
yeah, but
So let's get it back into the movie. So the Road Warrior starts basically after they do all that. Mad Max goes into what they call the wasteland, which is like I guess the totally lawless area of their of Australia, where there's no type of law and order. And that's where he ends up going into. And so it starts off in that opening scene. It just pans out from the interceptor to the whole car, and it just looks fucking great. And he has the two bandits behind him chasing them, right? One in the buggy and one on the motorcycle.
Yeah, one of the I forget that guy's name, that the motorcycle guy, and he had his partner on the back.
That is Wiz, and his real name was Vernon Wells. I looked that up too, and he's
Oh,
been in other things.
the Mohawk guy.
Yeah, with the mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought to me that I always knew what that always looked like to me. Waddy with KK Downey strapped to him because he had.
It's true. It's so
It's true, man.
Oh, it's totally true. And yeah, because he's got those guys, and he's got the buggy, and then he's got that other black car with the cop driving.
Yeah.
And then those two like they might blow up, and then Mad Max stills the gas, and then
Yeah, because remember they Wes. Well, I'm just gonna call him Waddy because from here on out, because I'm not gonna remember Wes. Fucking Waddy from the Exploited People. If you don't know what I'm fucking talking about with the mohawk, the remember he has the fucking the arrow thing,
Yeah, he pulls it out of his leg.
Yeah, he has it like strapped to his They have all these, in this world they have a bunch of makeshift weapons. So he has the arrow fucking thing. He's gonna shoot it at Max. Max slams the brake on. He fucking shoots it, and he shoots the other bad guy driving the car, and he's like,
so good.
And this is like awesome. These are all practical stunts. There's no digital, and these guys are really flying through shit, crashing through it. I mean, it was great how they pulled this off back then. It's incredible. So yeah, so that dude wipes out. Max goes, and of course that's the thing in the Road Warrior world. Gas is the main thing people need. So he gets the gas, and remember, Waddy just does that fucking scream. Max is like fucking gets up and pulls out his double barrel sawed-off shotgun, and he's like, oh shit, and they just kind of give him a dirty look, and they fucking go off on Max goes off on his way.
They bolt. There's a great twist about that double barrel though.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that part because that is fucking great. What happens with that? So what happens next? He I think he stumbles upon the helicopter guy, right?
Yeah, he's driving along, and he stumbles upon the helicopter guy because he drives up to the helicopter, and the whole trick of it is that he drives up, and there's a snake on the little helicopter, and Max grabs the snake, and then the helicopter guy comes out of the sand, and he's got his crossbow, and he's like, ah,
yeah,
and he holds him up, and then he tries to get Max's car, and he's like, well, you probably have a booby trap or whatever, or he tries to go under to turn the booby trap off, and he's got a weapon under there, and he's like, well, you probably have a weapon, and he's like, oh, he doesn't go to get the weapon, so the guy tries to get in the car, and then Max's dog attacks him.
Yeah, he opens the door, and that fucking badass dog comes out.
Oh yeah, that dog ruled.
And remember, Max is getting ready to fucking, I guess he's probably gonna kill him, and he tells him, I know where there's gas, lots of gas.
Yeah.
And
he's like, they're mining it. They got tons and tons of gas.
And Max is like, all right. So this is great. The next scene, they remember Max is driving, the dog's holding the line attached to the shotgun on the helicopter, shotgun. Aiming at the helicopter guy.
Yeah.
Like this, like if he moves the dog's just gonna pull the trigger and kill
him. He's got this tape. He's got this tape under his nose. He's got his head back like that, and he's like looking, and the dog looks out the window, and a rabbit runs by, and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, and Max is laughing. He kind of looks back and smiles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because this is all going to pay off. So they get to the fucking where he's telling them to take a look at the gas, but there's one problem. It's surrounded by a gang, a wasteland gang. So they're like go way up on a hill, to take a look at what's going on. Max has binoculars and all that. They're watching this, and is this where the leader of the gang basically looks like a wasteland Arnold Schwarzenegger from the 80s.
Yeah, he's
Humongous.
humongous. You haven't found out Humongous's name yet, and you haven't really seen him yet. But he's got.
Oh, okay, I'm jumping ahead. I'm getting
No, not so much. But they're looking down on it, and they're there over. I think they're there like over. They're overnight, but he's just spying on it. He's waiting for them.
Yeah, he's like waiting to see what he can do.
Oh yeah, but he's also at some point Max gets hungry and he eats a can of dog food, and he throws the dog after he eats the can of dog food. He throws the can over at the dog, and the dog tries to eat it, and then the helicopter guy tries to grab it, and the dog attacks him.
Yeah, that dog hates him, man.
Oh yeah, dude, he's so mad at him. And then at some point, there's still there. It goes on for a long time, and Max is watching down at the gang around the oil refinery, which what's inside, and the helicopter guy gets the can, and he starts eating the rest of it, and he sits near Max, and he just finishes the can, which is little left of whatever he's like eating with his finger, and he sits down with Max, and he goes into his pocket and pulls out a little handkerchief, and he's like,
yeah,
he's wiping his. Oh, what a fine meal! What a fine meal!
Very tasty.
Oh yeah,
it's the wasteland. Get what you can get, I suppose.
Oh yeah, I know. They're eating dirt, for God's sake. So I think at that point, they're there for a little while. Then the wasteland gang, the motorcycle gang, drives away.
Yeah, they split for a while,
and then the people in the refinery open up, and they 3 cars drive out.
They're making a run for it, basically.
See, that's what I don't understand, because I can't tell if they're making a run for it, or they're trying to do some sort of they had some sort of plan that they never really described, because two go straight, and the one of them goes behind the refinery and goes the opposite direction, and I don't. They never really explained what they were.
Yeah, I wonder if they were trying to go to the place where they eventually are trying to go to later on in the movie. But yeah, it's never really explained. You just see, and then of course the gang sees that they're leaving, and they come back and start going after these cars that left.
Oh yeah, but you made a good point. They could be going to where they wanted to go, which is a ways away, or they could have been going to do what Max ends up doing for them, which is what he goes to find, what he makes the bargain with them with, which I won't.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're going to look for.
They were looking for something. But as they're doing that, they watch Max gets the binoculars, and he watches the gang attack one of the people from the oil refinery. He attacks the car because it spins out or crashes. Yeah. And this woman gets killed that was in there, and then this other guy was there, and he gets wounded. So Max takes the Interceptor, the greatest goddamn car ever made, and he drives down, and he picks up the guy. So he's like, all right, I can bring this guy back to the oil refinery because he's one of them, and then I'll get gas, and it'll be a bargain, whatever.
Yeah, the guy's near death too.
Oh yeah. I don't know. The best weapon in that whole entire thing are crossbows. Everybody's got crossbows.
Yeah, I guess bullets are scarce, so crossbows are.
Hey, why not, man? I take a crossbow over a gun. It's kind of cool. But
you can reuse the bullet, the arrow. I mean,
but Max goes down, and there's one of the bad guys. One of the motorcycle guys is still down there with the remnants, and the woman had been attacked and.
Yeah, she suffered a horrible fate.
Oh yeah. She laid there dead, and the other guy, another Mohawk guy, a Waddy Jr. is standing there, and he's Max sneaks up behind him, and he looks at Max, and Max has a pair of bolt cutters, and he fucking nails him right in the head.
Yeah,
pops him. So he gets the good guy, I should say, or whatever. He get from the refinery. He gets him, and he has to get him out by bolt cutters because he'd been like crossbowed into this thing, and like I don't know if they're metal arrows. I don't know. Anyway, he brings him to the refinery, and he goes over there, and he's like, he brings back this wounded guy, and he's like, I made a deal with him, I bring him back, and you give me all the gas I want, and then in the process of that, bringing him back, the guy dies. So
they're kind of like, well, you're fucked now, dude, whoever you are, because whatever deal you had with him, it ain't happening. He's gone.
Whatever contract you had he's dead.
So now Max is kind of stuck there now, right? He's held against his will. They bring its car in too. I remember that. Yeah.
Well, it's a great line with that. The mechanic is obvious. I think the mechanic he's crippled. He can't. He has no use of his legs, and he's
he's in that thing, right? They are.
No, yeah. And they're like pushing him around in like a push cart crane. And
like he's like in a hammock or something in that thing. Yeah.
And he's like, one of the last of the V8 Interceptors, and he had pulled the booby trap that Max had put on. He goes, be ashamed to blow it up.
He knew what was up.
Oh yeah, and I love that. Like I love when like that with that Australian accent when you're like being sarcastic. It's like, well, be ashamed to blow it up.
It sounds so good, man.
Oh yeah, it's true. And then the main guy of the oil refinery, the leader. I don't. Do you know his name?
He's the fucking guy that comes out in all these '80s movies. That's what I remember.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know his name.
And here's another thing. Why are like, okay, and this is kind of off topic, but it's on.
Sure, let's get into it.
But you go to like Beyond Thunderdome when he goes like when he gets picked up by the kids and stuff like that, and they're like, they're waiting for the pocky clips and stuff, and then like he goes to the oil refinery. Everybody's dressed so. I don't understand the cult fanatical look they got there going. Like everybody's in white. It's like, what are they? I don't get it. And it looks like
maybe it's the heat. I don't know.
I know it looks like a hippie cult, for God's sakes. It's crazy. I don't like it.
Oh, you know what? I know it doesn't matter now, but I still laugh at the '80s fucking work. Jane Fonda hair, aerobics, ponytail on that blondie.
Oh yeah,
her hair up with the ponytail nurse. Like that. Yeah.
Oh, the nurse. She had the new wave bow on the side. Yeah.
That's one of the few things that like show the movie's date. Like, if that wasn't there, you wouldn't really know when the fuck this happened because it's kind of
You would think you could tell by the cars, but you couldn't tell by the cars too because
they're so modified and
they're half of them are all fucking dune buggies and the rest of them are all like old cop cars like souped up and they're just fucking amazing.
So is that when after they kind of like they're just like they hold Max and they say I think they might say they're gonna fucking kill him or something or they don't know what they're gonna do with him.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with him. They're thinking about just like taking his car and just throwing him back out there and saying, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah, because these people luckily aren't ruthless. They actually aren't like maniacs like most of the wasteland people.
No,
but then the gang shows back up, right? This is when they kind of show back up, and they got everybody like that who survived, who tried to escape from there. They're all fucking tied up to the cars now. This. And this is when we finally get introduced to the leader, and he has them like kind of like not like tied up, but standing up on the front of his vehicle, his fucking hot rod wasteland buggy.
He's got the coolest goddamn thing ever. It looks like a fucking freight engine.
It does.
It does. Yeah, it's just like it's just a one drive. All he's got is the steering wheel and this huge fucking engine, and then in the front end of it, he's got two of the two captive people like stuck as like bumpers almost.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and they're like screaming like, "Don't say anything, don't do anything." They're all still alive. They're like suffering in anguish and broken bones and pain and whatever.
And they're like, what? And when the car next to them has them on the hood.
Oh yeah, that one's yeah. And and this is where we are introduced to the leader of this tribe, but also he gets introduced by the original hype man, which is
The toady.
the toady.
Yes. He kind of looks like a wasteland Davy Crockett.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
You
and
know?
I think he's a little dim-witted too.
Oh yeah, because
Oh yeah,
the shit he
oh yeah,
tries to pull coming up,
oh
we're
yeah.
gonna
But he's
talk
like,
about. And
he's like,
I
what
think he'd
happens?
probably do it better than me, his hype man introduction to the
Oh,
humongous.
he says, what was the first thing he said?
I remember is the Ayatollah Rockarola,
He's like,
but there's others. I'm like the King of the
he,
Wasteland,
he's
and
the king of the wasteland, the Ayatollah of rock and roll, humongous.
yeah,
And
and
then
shit,
humongous sets up, and it's just this Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like it's amazing how well tanned and greased.
yeah, every fucking muscle bulges,
Oh,
man.
he's just so. But he has a mask on because his face is horribly scarred and like radio. I don't know, and he's got like.
It kind of looks like hockey masks, but not.
Oh
But
yeah, it's like a
but, it's just this
yeah.
big still hockey mask type thing covering his face.
And he grabs a mic and he starts talking and he's discussing. He's telling the people in the oil refinery that they should just. He will give them 24 hours to just get up and leave all the gas, leave everything, just leave the refinery.
Just walk away.
Just walk away. Just leave. Just walk away. I will give you 1 day or something like that. And
Yeah. I mean, he
and,
totally talks how he looks too. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
oh
it's
yeah.
great.
But he's incredibly menacing and terrifying, but yet very calm and subdued.
Like he almost seems reasonable.
He's well he the yeah they start the people in the we got to of course
But yeah, we kind of gotta.
we got to discuss what happens to the hype man here. So inside.
Well, remember before we even talk about him, remember the people are saying don't do it, and the hype man comes up and punches them in the gut. And
Oh yeah. The captured people on the bumper are just screaming, "Don't do it! Don't leave!" Yeah. The hype man runs over and he like fucking punches the guy right in the stomach and like knocks the wind out of him. And he grabs him in the face and he's holding him and he's kissing him. Like, it's fine, you're fine. It's like patting his head. Shit, I gotta watch this movie after we watch.
Yeah, I got it right here.
I know. Is that Blu-ray? Is it
yes, Blu-ray.
Sweet.
Yeah, I had the one. I probably have to buy a 4K if that exists, but that's the one I got right now currently. I mean, I got all or got all the DVDs before this, but hell yeah.
Side note, I gotta rebuy that Road Warrior T-shirt that everybody had the '80s. That every thrash metal band.
Oh yeah. With him, the print of him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, but
that was great.
So
yeah, go ahead, man. Let's talk about the hype man and what happens here.
So the Ayatollah of rock and roll, humongous, is talking to the people in the refinery, and he's trying to be reasonable with them, and he's saying, "Look, just walk away. I will give you free passage. Just walk away. Leave everything. Just walk away." Mm-hmm. And as he's doing this, there is somebody that lives in the refinery who is this feral child.
They actually refer to him as the feral kid. That's how he's credited.
Yeah, that's right, the feral kid. And he's got this crazy bushy hair. And
you know what I always thought?
What's that?
He kind of looked like he grew up to become a member of like Bestial Warlust or something. One of this fucking Australian band. I'm like, I bet that's Damien Bloodstone.
That's a singer of Sadistic Execution.
Oh, there you go.
yeah. It's just like, he's putting like.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. But this kid he has all these secret tunnels he runs through to go inside and out of the refinery and whatnot. And he climbs out and he's outside the refinery looking at the gang, and he's screaming at them. And he has a weapon which is it's a boomerang, but it's a
bladed.
boomerang.
It's like a blade boomerang.
It's a blade. It's like one big fucking blade, and he wears like a iron glove, like almost like if you see somebody who has like a hawk on their arm or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a bird. He's like this,
Protective gear.
and he's screaming at the guys, and he's like and they turn and look, and he throws it, and the hype man runs and says, "I'll catch it," and he puts his hand up like this, and his fucking fingers get sliced off.
All of them.
All of them, just like boing. And the entire gang just laughs their.
They just got a big fucking kick out of it. He fucked up again.
And he's just standing there like this. Oh, and he's got this fist like this. And he,
I think we do. We got to kind of discuss what the gang looks like on like some type of metal punk biker thing from hell. Like the way they dress. I always thought it was very.
They look like Zoog Zoog Sputnik.
Yeah.
That old band. They're just like they're all in like I don't know, like the Village People on acid. They're fucking great, man. They're fucking great. It's like they're all like, like
they got studs and leather
studs.
and
and like some have masks on. They all have like mohawks or like shaved heads and like everybody's got chains and leather and it's. Everybody's listening to Judas Priest circa 79,
Yeah. Dressing like Judas Priest, looking like the Village People.
They drive up, the Exciter from Unleashed in the East is playing, I'm back for Exciter. I don't know. I'm riffing it here, but
yeah, well, it's fun, man. It's great. Great visuals in this movie.
Yeah, it's absolutely. But what happens then is so Waddy is there, and he picks up the boomerang. He picks up the boomerang, and he throws it back, and the kid catches it. And Waddy screams at him, and the kid, the feral child, throws it back at him.
Trying to hit Waddy.
Tries to hit Waddy, ducks, and he kills Waddy's
the KK Downing looking guy.
Yeah,
his partner, his mate.
His partner, his boy toy or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right in the head too.
Oh, right
in the temple, right?
No, right in the forehead. He gets
okay. Right I know it's in the head somewhere. He's dead.
So Waddy pulls it out, throws it at him, the kid again, and the kid grabs it, and kid goes down.
He's gone back in the tunnel.
Yeah, he goes back in the tunnel, and Waddy's losing his shit, and he's like, "We gotta go in. We're gonna go in. We must kill them." Blah blah blah. And then Humongous grabs him by the throat. He's like, "You will have your time. You will have your time. We will just wait. You will have your time."
But he's like whispering it to him. No one else can hear it.
He's like patting his head. He's like,
as he's choking him out.
Oh yeah. He totally puts him in a sleeper hold. He fucking puts him in a sleeper hold. Waddy passes out. They give Waddy to the other minions.
Yeah, just like take him away for a moment.
Oh yeah, and then they just say, and then Humongous and the gang drive away.
Yeah,
like, you have one day.
Told them, one day to make your decision, or I guess they're just gonna go in front of final attack.
Yeah, but I can't remember.
I think this is where Max overhears them discussing what their plan was. They have the tanker, but they need a big rig.
Yep.
To pull the tanker to get all the gas out or whatever.
Yep.
And remember, this is when Max, from the beginning of the movie, where he first came across Waddy, I believe. Yeah. He saw a wrecked rig just by itself with no tanker.
Oh, yeah.
And he
actually,
just.
There's something we overlooked about that one in the beginning. That part, which was, I would. It's funny when I watched it today. Was that Max goes and he opens up the rig and he opens the door, and there was a body in there, and the body falls out, and it's probably been in there for like weeks, and it's like sunburnt.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
The eyes are coming out, and the hand like he falls down, he drops like this, and Max just looks at him and says, and I'm like, fucking thing, like the eyes are like it's like fucking what was that movie the Schwarzenegger movie where he's on Mars.
Oh, Total Recall.
Total Recall, where he's like,
When they're they don't have the
he's
oxygen.
like, it looks like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fucking remember that. It was funny. That's another great movie. But
that's a great one too.
But yeah, that's but he when the guy finds out of the rig, Max finds this he's holding this little wind-up toy that sings Happy Birthday.
That's correct.
And he put it and he's like, he put it in his pocket. It comes back with the feral child, I'll tell you what. But when he finds out, then he finds so back to where we were. So he finds out, okay, they leave. They're trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Max says, hey, listen, there's a rig about 3 miles back that way. You give me enough gasoline. I'll go over. I'll get the rig for you. I'll come back. You fill my car up with as much gas as I want. You get the fuck out of Dodge, and I can get out of here.
Yeah,
even swap.
Mm-hmm. So they agree to it.
Yeah, they're like, okay.
You know what we got to lose at this point, so they so they give Max with some buckets and on a stick, and he walking out with the fuel.
Which I find very very strange because gasoline is very fucking heavy, and that's a lot of fucking gas.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 on each side.
It's breaking his back, man.
Oh yeah. Max can handle anything.
Yeah, that's Mad Max, not me trying to do it. So
yeah, it ain't me either. I'm a frail.
I'm gonna need like 3 or 4 guys.
Yeah,
exactly. Carry this shit because this ain't gonna happen with me in the desert.
Yeah, I know. So, but Max almost as Max leaves, he's going through these like little trenches and stuff, and
sneaking out.
Yeah, he sneaks, and he almost gets caught because he
alerts the gang. They heard the noise,
and the feral child deflects him by crying like a dog.
Yeah, he starts howling, right?
Yeah, he howls like a dog.
And they just think, oh, okay, it's just some feral dog out here. It's just a feral kid.
It's the feral kid, not the feral dog.
Ooh. So, like, you know, he saves Max. Max goes on his way. What does Max come across next as he's walking back to the rig? Helicopter guy.
He's
still dragging them. He had him chained up to a tree log or something.
Yeah, he had up to a dead tree.
Yeah, and he's dragging it.
He's dragging part of it. Yeah, that's right. I fucking forgot about this. He caught up with him.
Yeah, so they randomly meet up, and I think the next I forget what they say, but then the next thing they show who's carrying the gas now.
Oh yeah.
The helicopter guy.
But what I can't remember now is, do they go back to his helicopter, fill up his helicopter, and fly over there to the rig?
I don't remember. Yes.
Yeah, that's they go get the helicopter.
And remember when they go to the helicopter first. This is where that scene pays off. Someone tried to get the helicopter, and the snake got him, and he was lying there dead.
That's right. Oh,
yes.
So there's a payoff to this one.
Yes.
So the dead guy who got bit by the snake is laying there, and Max is going through his stuff, and he finds some shells for the shotgun, and he opens it up.
The helicopter guy's watching.
And the helicopter guy's watching, and he puts the shells in. He goes, and he realizes that it was never loaded. But he says his response to that was something really fucking funny. I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember. It's going, that's dishonest.
Yeah. That's really dishonest.
He's like really shocked, that's dishonest.
Then he say like, that's low, real low.
Yeah, he's really he's like, fucking goddamn, bro, really? You did this?
He totally flamboozled him on that one. It was fucking great. But they fly off, and they fly over and they get the rig, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if they even show him doing that, because I remember next is the rig, driving back with him flying with them, and they have to go through the gang to get the rig obviously back to the oil refinery encampment that they have.
Well, I remember him getting the he gets the rig. God, I watched this like 10 minutes. I swear to God, I watched this like 4 hours ago, and I'm fucking not remembering.
It's all it's
He gets the rig. He gets the rig, but I think him and the helicopter guy were sitting there. Like they show a long shot, and he finally gets it rolling, and then like he takes off with it. But
yeah.
the thing's totally fucked. I
Oh,
mean, it's
I guess we should explain too. Helicopter guy, it's like a little one man helicopter thing that he has. It's not like a huge helicopter. If you
no,
haven't
no,
seen the
no, no.
movie,
It's
it's
like
like this little helicopter that can like maybe have one person in it.
one or yeah, one or
One
one
or
or
two to max.
yeah, yeah, and it's like the engine on it is probably like a lawnmower engine. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's like some rigged up thing that
yeah,
he made.
yeah,
But
and
there's some when they're driving back, they got to go through the gang's encampment, and there's some great stuff going on there because of course they see him coming. Um, Waddy sees him, remember, and he hops on the motorcycle, go, go, and they all start chasing him.
the best part is like he sees him coming, and Whitey's getting his mohawk. He's
Yeah,
getting his,
yeah.
he's cleaning his hair up, and he's like, ah, and they freak out. So they all take off on him.
So some people are chasing him.
Yeah.
Remember, Humongous gets his Magnum. He has a Magnum. Does he shoot at him at this part? I think he does. He tries to shoot at him at one point, or maybe he doesn't. I don't remember for sure. But that's when he does have a Magnum.
He's got a Dirty Harry Magnum.
Yeah, it's a big motherfucker, man.
And he's got it in one of those goddamn gorgeous cases, and he like a wood case. And
Yeah, with the red like kind of velvet, the whole.
Oh yeah. He opens it up and he pulls it out and he's like, he's very methodical. He's like putting the bullets in.
Dude, do I remember this right? Did he have like pictures of family and like people like it looked like someone was like in the Nazis or something? I don't remember it correctly.
You could be right.
Yeah, it was like something like his family's, old family pictures in there. But
he's got something in there. I mean,
yeah,
I know what's gonna happen is we're gonna finish this and I'm gonna go back and watch.
That's what it was. Yeah, it always happens to me.
Like, damn it, I knew it.
But there's still some comedy in this movie because as Mac's driving through, remember there's a tent and they pull the tent top off.
Oh yeah, they pulled it. Yeah, he drives through. They pull the tent off, and two people are doing it.
Yeah, they're like coming with these dumb faces, like what just happened?
It's like a classic Benny Hill moment.
Yeah, it's like
son of a gun.
Like that girl's all what?
Yeah, exactly.
It's great, man.
And as they're driving back, trying to remember.
Well, they're chasing them.
Yeah.
Remember, the entrance of the encampment is like an armored school bus that they move in and out of the way to the entrance of it.
That's right.
And so they have to get the bus out of the way so Max can get the rig inside to the encampment. But as they do that, some of them make it in, some of the bad guys.
That's right.
So there's some action that goes on, and then the bus stops the majority of them. I think it was like Waddy makes it in.
Waddy makes it in, and a couple other ones.
Ones make it in. So there's some action going on, fighting.
Yeah.
Waddy's pretty much like whoever he comes across, he's beating the crap out of in this scene.
You know what? You know what's interesting though, which I'll bring back to a second because, like, Waddy is like, the one thing he wants is that little boy. He wants to kill that little boy because he killed. And I forgot about that because like when Humongous was talking to him, he's like, walk away, just leave us. He says, leave the boy and a couple and like leave the boy and the whatever.
That's right.
So
because he knows that he's gunning for that kid. Waddy's
all he wants to do is kill that. He wants to fucking wipe that kid out.
Yeah.
And when he goes in there, I now that I think about it, I think he goes in there just looking for the kid, and then when they go through this big fighting thing, I think they killed two of they killed two of the gang members, and then Waddy gets away in this dramatic fashion.
Remember too, like the entrance too, they have like these big flamethrowers.
Oh yeah,
in front. So some of the cars that try to come in, they just fucking light them up with the flamethrower.
Oh yeah,
the guys get burned
people
up.
Running out and on fire and stuff.
Yeah,
you need more fire.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty brutal too. I mean those flamethrowers shoot pretty far for them, and they just
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's an inferno going on now. Yeah, Waddy, like, doesn't he like point at Max too still in the scene, and like he's on his shit list now too, like,
Oh, he says something like, "Yo, yo,
yeah,
we're coming for you."
and he
And then,
fucking runs and jumps and grabs like a pole and breaks and kind of gets
yeah, he
it's
grabs
pretty
one of those.
dramatic.
Yeah, he grabs like that. It's like one of those poles that like it's got fire and
Yeah, some
brimstone. And he
shit.
jumps out and he jumps in like some car that's like awesome looking and drives away.
And so Max delivers
And
the rig
and
to
so
him.
he delivers the rig to him, but the rig is in bad
Yeah,
shape.
they got to work on it a little.
But there's a very funny scene at that point where the mechanic who's like, the mechanic that doesn't have working legs is like, he's like looking at, we got a crack timer, and he's relaying messages to this other guy who's yelling down the road or yelling down to the other end of the bill or wherever to the leader, and he's like, we got a crack timer. And it's like we probably need. I think he says like we're gonna need like 10 hours. He's like, we need like 10 hours. He's like, you got 2. And he's like, we got 2. Okay.
Yeah, that's classic.
Fucking great. So they work. So they figured it out. They're gonna Max is gonna drive out with the oil tanker. Well,
No, they want Max to do that.
that's right. They want Max.
And Max is like, no, I brought your tanker, fill up my car, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm hightailing out of this motherfucker.
Yeah, I kept my part of the deal, and they're all kind of disappointed. And even helicopter guy is like, whoa, you're not going to help, and he's like,
no, I'm out. But here's another thing though, which I forgot. When helicopter guy got there, we had just talked about that lady with the new wave hair.
oh yeah, they kind of have a little.
So helicopter
Romance.
guy sees the new wave hairstyle lady, and he's like, oh hey, let's let's populate the world again, and she's all like, and he's all like, yeah. So he's like, get in my whirly bird and let's go fucking to the mile high.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Helicopter guy, he got probably like the best deal out of this whole situation.
Oh yeah,
considering where he was and where he ends up.
Well, didn't he land? He landed the helicopter inside.
Yeah, he lands it in the
inside the tank, and yeah, that's right. And they're all like, "What the fuck?"
And since they're heroes, they're just cheering him on. He's a hero's welcome,
Oh yeah,
compared to what Max had when he originally showed up.
Oh yeah, when he showed up, they're all trying to knife him. That one woman, that one like A-type lady who was like in charge and stuff.
Oh yeah.
She's all like, let's kill him. He's like, I don't like this guy. And he's all like, dude, calm down, man. Take it easy. I'm a friend. So where was I? So
I think where Max is gonna fucking split in his
badass
V8 Interceptor.
Yeah, I can't remember why he changes his mind.
Well, remember, he leaves. He splits. And the gang gets him and runs him off the road.
See, okay, wrecks. That's what you. Okay, I got to admit, I fell asleep this afternoon when I was watching it. So
that's all good.
That was the part. That's right. He took off, and they fucking destroy the Interceptor.
They run him off the road.
They run him off the road, and they beat the shit out of him. And helicopter guy saves him.
Well, yeah. Well, let's backtrack, because what happens is he goes off the cliff. I think and the car's there on the side of the down in the embankment of the cliff.
Oh, that's right.
And Waddy tells Toady, Hype Man, and a couple of them, they go down there to get look at the car, right? But Max apparently has crawled away from the vehicle. He's not in it. Right. And remember, he triggers the weapon on the gas tank. Toady, the car blows up, takes him out.
Oh, that's right. Right before that, don't they shoot his dog?
Yeah, that's right. The dog's trying to, and the dog doesn't make it. They get him.
That's like a John Wick thing, man.
Not only that, they fucking killed Max's dog, so that's not.
Yeah, I know. Good. I mean, it's bad enough what they did in the first one, but now they kill his dog. Fuck this shit.
So Waddy is like, basically like saying they're dead. The car blew up. Let's
Yeah.
go. There's
Yeah.
nothing to salvage here. And helicopter guy sees the smoke back at the encampment.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That,
And he's
but
like, "Hey, I want to." He goes and I'm gonna go see.
yeah,
See what
he's gonna
happened.
check it out.
Yeah.
And
So
that's right.
he flies out there and he sees Max and he picks him up.
Yeah, that's
Remember,
right.
and Max is like kind of like out of it when they're flying back. They fly over. I guess he has them strapped to the bottom of the helicopter. I don't quite know, but Max is like hanging out.
Yeah,
And he's like, and then he's flying over
he's
the
like,
encampment. Yeah. You're
yeah.
gonna be okay, Max. And
Max,
and that, we gotta say too, man, helicopter guy is kind of has a weird looking face and all that. So him and that spaced out scene, he's it's great.
there's okay. There's. I'm just going to interject here because it needs to be said. If you watch the trilogy of them, and in the third one, helicopter guy shows up again. In the second one, motherfucking helicopter guy has got like his teeth are like sandblasted green because I'm like, he's in the middle of the fucking, the
Yeah.
wasteland. He doesn't have a toothbrush. Okay, I understand about that.
Teeth are not a major concern.
No, in part 3 in Beyond Thunderdome, he shows up. Guys got gleaming, shining white teeth. I don't look.
Well, maybe he used that money he made from the road warrior and got his teeth taken care of. I don't know. Well,
Sure,
here's
no,
the thing. I guess we need to touch on that. The the Mad Max movies don't follow like a consistently because somehow the V8 comes back in Fury Road. I mean, it's almost like there's I don't know how to explain it other than alternate timelines because not everything will always match up, especially in Fury Road. Because like the V8's back, but there's no explanation why. But he has it.
but
So
a good point to that is that in Fury Road, yeah, is Fury Road a prequel?
I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
it gets I think it gets destroyed in the chase because remember, I don't want to get too off track, but in Fury Road, I think it gets wrecked again. And he's like, "That's my car," but I think there's a scene where it gets taken out. But I could, you may have a good point there. It made this big maybe it happened before all the other stuff. I really don't know.
It could be, or it could be just that people they make it's a complete, yeah, it has its own timeline where
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean, I'm not going to criticize, but I'm just going to like someone who doesn't know anything about this, just kind of not worry about all that and just watch the movies because they're great, regardless.
oh yeah,
So let's takes Max back
yep.
to the encampment.
Max is straight up, flat out fucked up.
Yeah, he's in bad shape.
He's he already had a bad leg, but he's all like the legs, and then he's got things on him, and it's like arms all like he's all like
he
he's
needs
got
medical.
problems.
Yeah, he needs
In
medical,
head,
man.
he's problems. It's all right.
He's in bad shape.
He's like he's mad out. So he's like he's laying flat out, and they're all like kind of fixing him up, and he hears them all like talking like, and the leader's like, I'm gonna take the oil rig, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get the fuck, I'm gonna take the oil rig, I'm gonna get out of here, and you guys take the back door and get the fuck out of here, and they'll all follow me, and you guys can get the hell out of here. And the leader's like, do it, like, I'm gonna save us, blah blah blah, and everybody's like, no, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. And he's talking to them, and he's like, blah 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 blah. And Max gets up, and he's like, yeah, fuck that noise, I'm taking that motherfucker, and I'm gonna fucking fuck shit up. And they're all like, I don't know. And he's like, yeah, fuck you all, I'm taking that motherfucker, and they shot my car, I'm driving that bitch, and I'm gonna fucking clean their clocks.
And so that's what the plan basically becomes. Max is going to drive the rig with the tanker.
Yeah.
And he's going to go out first.
Yeah.
And of course all the gang's going to chase him because he has the rig with the tanker.
Yeah.
And then that's what basically happens. He splits.
He's going to go one way, and then they're going to go. They got like this big school bus and a couple other things, and they're all going to go out the back door.
And they do have a plan to eventually meet up at a certain meetup point too.
Yeah,
That is explained that they will meet up eventually. But
yeah.
so I guess what, at dawn the next day or so, the plan
Hmm.
is executed. Max fucking takes off, and they, of course, most of them start chasing him,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then a couple of them, the the school bus leaves, right? And some
Yeah.
of the
Okay.
wastelanders see that, and they go, "What?" And they're like, "Hey, well, let's go see the." They abandoned it. Let's get to the oil tanks. Remember, so like I don't remember, like maybe 4 or 5 cars go in there,
Yeah. Yeah.
and as they're in there, they've rigged it to explode the whole tanker, and they all get blown to bits. And it's a great explosion too.
Oh yeah, it's huge. The oil refinery blows up and it's just all on fire.
Massive, massive
Oh yeah.
oil.
Yeah.
Again, all practical effects. No, CGI people. This is a real explosion, and it's huge. Because remember, you saw the debris flying everywhere,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
it looks
Yeah.
great.
It's great back when they did explosions back then because they'd always make sure they had those 50-gallon drums going at least 900.
Flying them in the air. It looks so badass. Yeah.
Yeah. Just all it's like projectiles going like thousands of feet in the air. God, God bless old movies, man. I tell you, man, they knew how to make them right back then.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's why I do this series. 'Cause these old movies, they got to be
oh,
seen again by younger kids. They
oh
don't
yeah.
know what they're missing, man.
And kids and people are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, I'm so confused by what those old fucks said, but I don't gotta watch it. They're gonna see it and they're like, God, they're so incoherent and crazy. But God damn it, that movie was great. So
I don't know if they were talking about. We ended up watching the movie. It was good.
Max how many so Max leaves with the oil rig, well the gas tanker. How
Hmm.
many other how many other cars were with him from the oil like from the
Dude, I all I
the good
remember
guys?
is the leader in that one like space rocket looking car.
That's right.
I think which I was kind of like, wait a minute, why? I'm not criticizing the movie, but if he didn't have to drive the rig, why did they put him in that car? I thought he'd be with the other group, but whatever.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know.
I
That's
guess he wanted to be a real leader and put his ass on the line too, make sure everybody got out there
exactly
safe,
you
I
want,
guess. Yeah.
but he took off with it. They all took off, and then everybody, as you would think, the Wasteland gang chased after
They're
them.
like basically
Yeah,
the whole crew's on them from the
yeah.
gang chasing this, which ensues is probably like one of the greatest chase scenes ever in cinema
Oh,
history, man.
honestly, it's so badass. I can. It's so damn good. You can watch it millions of times, and it's
Yeah, I remember being a kid and watching that, and it just being fascinated. Like
oh yeah.
this is so fucking badass. I've never seen anything like this.
Well, they had the gas the gas
The
oil, the gas truck is driving along, and they had the crippled guy was on one side with these
crossbow weapons.
yeah with this crossbow weapon thing like on a turret on
Hmm.
top of the gas tank, and then the the crazy I was
The
say
Apex
crazy
woman.
yeah she's on the other side,
Yeah.
but at one point
Oh, you
uh,
know what we forgot to say?
like,
Remember when he was driving out? Feral Kid ran
oh
and
that's
got
right
on the tanker too, which
yeah
he wasn't supposed to, but they couldn't
uh,
stop at this point.
oh yeah he jumped onto he so Feral Kid is on top of the he's on top of the he's on the tanker as well,
Yeah,
and
and not everybody knows this at the
no
moment.
he's hiding
He's
he's
like in
hiding
between the front part of the rig and the tanker, the little, I guess,
right
connecting
yeah
area,
yeah
whatever that's called. But he's hiding out there.
I was just thinking of that one scene where they're on top of it and the crippled guy he's up there and he's trying to throw Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, because that's what he's using.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
don't
and
know.
helicopter guys up in the sky too, helping him.
Helicopter guy shows up and he's throwing snakes on people.
Yeah, making cars wreck because he's throwing snakes in there. Cars
Oh
just
yeah,
flipping out everywhere, man.
oh
Cars
just
turning
debris
over.
everywhere. But
Yes.
I don't want to get to what happens to helicopter guy because it's kind
No,
of
not yet. Yeah.
but the crippled guy is on top and he's trying to make Molotov cocktails and the apex woman is behind him, looking at him. He's like, and some gets fucked up, and there's a fire, and he's going, I'm all right, I'm all right. And his
He's wearing them
hands are on
gloves, but
fire.
his hands are burning off it. And then remember he tries to put it out.
He's
And
like
he
going
starts
like
putting
this, and he's
everything
just
out.
making it worse.
Yes.
So apex woman goes to help him, and then she gets shot by a Swati shooter.
I don't remember.
No, they're on that fucking Wadi's on that. He's
Trying to get on the actual tanker, right?
Yeah, they're all trying to jump on the tanker.
Yeah.
But he's in this fucking I forgot the car he's in is like a Chevy Bronco with no top on it.
Yeah, he's trying.
And they ripped it, and that's the one that they also have a crossbow.
They have a guy. Yeah, I think he's the one that shoots her.
Yeah,
one of the guys in the cars with the launchers.
She gets shot and it's very dramatic, and she's like doing one of those things, and she falls over. She's laying on top of the tanker like this, and she kind of dies. And then Wadi goes to grab her, and as he grabs her, the crippled guy falls off as well. So they all fall off, and Wadi.
Yeah, that's a great scene too. They fall off, and
they all
trampled by cars and everything. And
does Wadi jump on the tanker at that point?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think he has to make his way from almost the very end of the tanker to the front, right?
Right. Yeah.
And while this is going on, cars are hitting it, and Max is trying to hit them back. And remember the guy on the motorcycle trying to slash the tire with the knife?
Oh yeah.
What was he thinking?
Oh, yeah,
he gets stuck, and it gets his arm stuck in the tire, and just.
Oh, it's fucking brutal. It's fucking brutal.
It's like, damn, he's fucked up now. He's gone, man. Probably. He gets ran over by a tank.
He is. I mean, he is an entire Mortician song at this point.
Yeah, he is.
He's fucking just like
he just gets torn up going under that rig, man.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
And the motorcycle too, man. Just
and like the back end of the old thing is like it's like fucking fishtailing. I don't know how it's keeping on the road.
And as we know, we got to get into like some of the stunts of these wrecks. Remember the one guy, I think he is on top of the turret or one of them, and they hits. I forgot what happened. He hits and he goes flipping like this through the air.
Oh yeah. He's just.
I read a backstory on the movie one time, and what sticks out to me is apparently that stunt man broke his back from that stunt.
It wouldn't surprise me,
dude. And this is not fucking CGI. This is a real person flying through the air after.
There was. I don't know how they did the fucking stunts in that movie, because it's. I'm surprised. No, I mean, you say he broke his back. I'm surprised you didn't tell me he died.
Yeah, he broke his back. Maybe because since it was filmed in Australia, back then maybe there was less liability things you had, because these are some wild stunts they're doing, man.
Well, and honestly, if I remember correctly, this was made very cheap. I mean, I'm not saying like cheap like it was like a couple $100,000, but I mean,
no, but for a movie of that stature.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it was made for like under $100 million. And for what they fucking did was like
phenomenal.
I mean, I could be way off on the price there too, but I mean, still, I remember if I ever find out the right price on it, it was so ridiculously low in comparison to what they do, And you are right about one thing. It's like I don't think there was much liability, and I also think they were out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, filming this in the Australian desert.
Yeah, I mean, this is in the outback. I mean, there's nothing there. I mean, I mean, you could blow shit up there, and I don't think anybody would mind.
Yeah.
Occasionally somebody would walk by and go, right.
I mean, this is the country it spawned. Like you said, it's sadistic execution and bestial warlust and all them.
Oh yeah,
crazy Australian death black bands.
And any death metal and black metal band from Australia is certifiably fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and incredibly good. And then the other thing about Australia
that's legit.
It's totally legit. Every animal in Australia will kill you. I mean, it's like a bug. You can.
Don't they have like some crazy tarantula killer spiders or something too?
Everything.
I was like, God damn.
I mean, it's like that's one of like fucking duckbill platypus, man. What that's a whole other story. And then you got like,
Yeah, we're gonna get off track.
oh no, the fucking kangaroos. It's just like a misconstructed deer. I mean, it's just like I don't want to put this together, and it's just that thing will fuck you up too. All right, back to the movie.
So all these guys are attacking the rig, trying to get on it.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember. We might be wrong. Did Waddy? Did he jump on the front of the car, or does he just end up there?
I remember him going to the front. He runs up on the top and he throws the mace through the window.
That's right. And if I can get fucking one part, it doesn't get stuck in Max's shoulder, and then, like he's trying to drive, and then I got him, and they're.
I think that was in 3.
Was that in 3? Okay,
I'm now getting lost because
yeah. Well, they're all attacking him.
Yeah,
and this is where he realizes feral kid's there now, right?
No, that's when I think him and Waddy both realized at the same time, and Waddy goes after feral kid. Because that's all he really wants.
Because there is a guy on the roof trying to get him with something, doesn't he? He uses the shotgun on does he shoot through the roof?
2 guys get on the roof and he shoots one guy. He shoots one guy right through the roof and he falls off.
Fucking cool, man.
But we also forgot at some point they shot the from the Bronco. They shot some. They had like they shot a bow. They shot an arrow at the door,
oh, that's right. They yanked it off, right?
They pulled the door off.
Yeah. Yeah. So all type of hell is breaking loose.
Oh, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh, wasn't is that where Waddy was, and God damn, I can't remember, but Waddy is involved in the he falls like over the front of the hood of the rig, I think, during some fight. But I didn't all that as that happened. Didn't Max lose some of the shells to his gun, and they're like at the
he gets all the shells of the gun go on the hood of the
and he asked feral kid, hey, go get him,
yeah,
and kid's like he's like this.
He has him try and go get him, and as he's going to get like the one, I think there was like 1 or 2 there in this tense moment.
Yeah,
Waddy comes up from the
just
front,
jumps up screaming, right?
Right at that moment, he grabs feral kid, and Waddy's on the front of the car, on the front of the tanker, and they hit.
Well, you know what? We forgot to say what happened, because remember they all were chasing him. Remember he does the backtrack a little. He had done a U-turn.
That's right.
So they had to all turn around, but Humongous was still more towards the end.
That's right.
And he's in his badass fucking Wastelander fucking
that's right.
rocket based car, right. And then I think he puts like some type of flips a turbo or something in the car.
Oh,
and he's trying to catch up with them now.
Right.
Because we have to set this up to what happens.
Oh, God.
Yeah, man. Because this is an epic scene. So Waddy's on the front of the car.
Yep.
All type of shit's breaking loose. And I think they kind of come over a hill or whatever, and Humongous is in his car, going straight at them.
He's going like 12 zillion miles an hour.
Yeah, he's flying, Fred.
Oh yeah, he's got the nitrous going. Like I told you, he's in like a train.
Yes, he hits the nitrous on it. Bam.
Yeah, big rocket. Yeah, he's going. He's like he's so going great. Full force, and then the tankers, and then Waddy comes up and he's like sees the kid, and he's like he does this great scream, and then Max grabs the feral child and he's like, "Come with me," and then boom,
they collide. Humongous in his vehicle and the 8. Best fucking impact, dude.
Oh. Yeah.
Debris everywhere, man.
Oh, it's total debris, and then the tanker flips over and the fucking topples. And does Max and the feral kid, do they jump out?
I don't even remember. I think they're just maybe they didn't get too fucked up from the wreck, but
no, but that runs over, like flips over.
Yeah, tanker does flip. It lands
Yeah,
on
it
its
does.
side.
And Waddy and Humongous are in like 9 different pieces all over.
Yeah, they're not a threat no more.
Yeah,
They're,
they're just they are like they're looking like a Carcass album, and
yeah.
they fucking it cuts down now, and is he like carrying like the kid? Is he carrying the feral kid like a sack of potatoes or something?
Well,
I
remember
can't.
too, what happened is they filled the tanker with sand.
I know that's what I was gonna get to. It's
Oh,
like
okay, okay. I don't
yeah,
remember the end too well.
yeah, but like uh, Max and the feral boy are like they're all messed up, but they're okay. And like Max is carrying the feral kid, and they look at the tanker, and the tanker's opened up like and it just piles of like just sand are coming out of it, and it was never
And the
filled.
gang sees it, and they're just like,
Yeah,
they don't even care anymore.
I
They
don't
just,
even think they see Max. Like
yeah.
whoever's left in the gang, I don't. I think
I
they
just
get
remember
it.
like a couple cars see the sand coming out, and they're like, oh fuck, we've been
Yeah,
bamboozled.
and they never really explain. I don't know if they spin around like, well, we'll go back to the refinery because I don't think any of them ever saw what happened to the refinery.
No,
So
no, they were chasing.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they go back, they're in front of shock there too. It's all
yeah.
up in flames.
So then it cuts. Then it cuts to the feral kid. I guess no. That's what happens. We missed this part. At some point during this whole melee, helicopter guy
Oh
gets
yes, we
shot.
gotta get trapped. Yeah.
Helicopter guy gets shot down,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Brr, brr." It's awesome because you just hear that like little shitty engine. Brr, brr.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, brr, brr, brr. And it fucking hits right into the ground. It's like, boom.
Poof.
Yeah, it's just like boom. And Max is walking down the road with the feral kid who's kind of unconscious. I think he's not dead. Obviously, he's
No,
not dead.
no.
He's all just banged up, and he's carrying him. And then you see like this in the shadows down the road. You see this this 3-wheeled fucking sailboat cruising down, and it's the fucking helicopter guy. He's like, "Aha, Max!" And he picks Max up, and they go to the meeting point, and the feral kid goes off with the school
The-
bus,
yeah,
which is all filled with gasoline.
yeah. So
And,
they tricked them the whole time.
yeah, but we never. But
Isn't it that the feral kid is doing the final narration of the movie as an
he was
adult?
doing the entire narration the entire
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
which 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 is a good point to bring out now because if you finally realize that it's all narrated by him. And
yeah.
what we didn't talk about earlier though is like there was this old man, uh, part of the good guys, who was he's walking around with this military jacket on. And I don't know if he was ever in the military. He's just fucking
Oh
nuts.
yeah, yeah. I remember that guy
But
now.
he tells Max where they want to go, and he shows him this postcard of like the coast, the ocean of like some greeting. I don't know where it is. Some like some sea. It looks like some like I don't know, some seaside like rendezvous place or whatever.
Yeah,
And
like
he's like, going here.
vacation, like a nice
Yeah.
place. Yeah,
And they're like, yeah, we're going there, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, that's where they want to go. And it's paradise. I'm like, well, yeah, right.
yeah.
But at the end of the movie, you see Max on the road. And I don't know what he brought the feral kid back to them, and they drive off to go wherever they went. And Max is in the
It's
middle
a
of the
great
road.
shot, man.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
great shot.
smoke and just fucking
Max is all
debris.
fucked up in the middle of the road, standing there watching them drive away, and we never saw
But
him again. The road warrior or something of that nature, right?
oh yeah, but that's though. It's like the movie starts the way it ends, where he's just in the middle of the road, just looking,
Yeah,
just looking like a fucking badass. You know, I mean, it's just, and then, and that's the end of the movie, I guess.
yeah. I think that's it. But the shot of him,
Yeah,
them driving away, and him just standing there like, I'm gonna
like,
go fuck up somebody else soon here.
well, he's just, and he looks fucked up beyond belief. I mean, every part of him is just like, I just got the shit kicked out of me. Yeah,
Just to give people, I guess, who wouldn't know, this is kind of like the clothing of the movie here for the Max and the kind of the bad guys. It just looks fucking rowdy.
I think I might start wearing that in Burt Bacharach shows.
You should. It'd be a good idea.
Dress like that. I'm just going to drive up on a V8 Interceptor and just crash it through the side of the place. It's like, give me gas.
You know, my wife got mad at me because we had my first Challenger wasn't a V8. I had gotten a V6, right? But I wanted to Mad Max it out, so I put a big like skull on the front of it, and then on the grill, I put spikes like the trucks put, and I like it was a big grill, and I put spikes in it like that. It looked pretty cool, but my wife was like, "What the fuck?"
What are you fucking doing? Don't do that.
Mad Max. But anyway, she let me upgrade to an actual V8, and I promised I won't if I can put spikes on it or anything. But I really want to, man. But
you had a V8, you have to.
Yeah, there's a world of difference between the V6 and the V8, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You still have it?
I have my V8 now. I have a Scat Pack Challenger. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
With the shaker on the front, big 392. I modified the exhaust so it's just loud and noisy and
oh my god,
fucking terrorizing. Listening to death metal, driving around.
Oh, you know, I got to tell you this. I actually called Francisco today and told him this. It was really funny. I was talking about. I was watching him do the Dismo last night.
That was a good one, man.
Oh yeah, it was. And I was talking about. I was hanging out this few years back. I was hanging out with Craig, and Craig is a garbage man now. He's been doing that for years now, and he actually makes fucking really good money. But he was like, he's got that New York accent. And he's just like, hey, you want to go get some coffee? Let's get some coffee. We'll go get some coffee. I'm like, okay. So, but he had this. Speaking of cars, it was fucking hysterical. He owned this like '85 Cutlass, which had like no exhaust whatsoever. And the other thing, it was one of those like one of the original cars where they started putting voice activations on it, where like, you know, your lights are on. Your lights.
Oh yeah, from the '80s.
In the ignition. It was completely fucked. So he turned on and be like,
that's great.
No exhaust. So you'd be driving like, and it sounds like the end of the world. But then this like satanic verses would come shooting at you for no apparent reason. Like, he's like, go get some coffee, okay? I'm gonna get some coffee. I might
drive around this fucking death metal.
You are fucking death metal, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. It was fuck. I fucking love every minute of that.
That's great.
Have you gotten the new Disma?
I have ordered it. I'm waiting on it to show up.
The best
Mr. Roy, please send my CD soon. I really want to hear it.
Oh, it's so fucking good. But the best part about it is Craig has gone completely gray and he looks like Gandalf the Grey.
Oh no shit.
I cannot wait to fucking see him next time. I'm gonna be like Gandalf the Grey. Fuck you, man.
That's great.
Fuck you, man. I've been constantly like, I talk to Roy all the time. I'm like, Roy, can we play with Disma? I want to do a Disma Burt Bacharach show. He's like, they're too lazy. Damn it. They fucking will not play. They will not fucking play. They're too damn lazy.
Well, yeah, they were just talking about how they couldn't play Destroying Texas. That would have been great. I probably would have gone if they were on the bill from last time. I'm like, okay, I'll go to this.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them once, and it actually, like, they're one of those bands. I swear to God, if they did it well enough, they could hit the brown note and everybody would shit. And Bill's like, yeah, I just, I use this pedal. I just doing this. I'm like, you make the most violent sound I've ever heard. It's just, it's evil.
It's fucking probably some of the best going on right now in death metal. It's really fucking great, heavy.
Oh yeah,
and it does sound evil.
Oh yeah, it totally does. I'm so down with the new one. It's so fucking good.
Man, I'm dying to hear it. I mean, I could go listen to it on YouTube, but I'm like, I want to get the full experience, the packaging, the CD, and fucking hear it.
Oh no, you'll be very happy with it. Just put it on and just play it loud. Like just
Speaking of which, before I forget, let's talk about what you're doing. If you want to
Burt
talk about your,
Bacharach.
yeah, let's get into that a little.
Burt Bacharach. So it's myself and Fred, who used to be an AC years and years ago, and it's we're just playing crazy, crazy, crazy music. I don't even know. I'm like, oh, we don't know what we sound like, but it's real old school grindcore, confusing
Yeah,
as
I saw, I mean, I heard the music and watched when you guys were on, was it Francisco's?
yeah,
Did you
yeah,
did the set, right? Yeah,
yeah,
that was great.
yeah, yeah, and it's we're having a lot of fun. We haven't really we've we we will be getting making we have stuff coming out soon, but nothing set up. I'm not gonna say with who and with
Sure.
what. We can do
Yeah.
a couple of splits. We're working on making a full length, which will probably be
Nice.
a lot of songs. And I don't know, we're having too much fun with it, but it's also like it's kind of got that old style AC where you're like it you know I'm talking like the early AC where like the crazy old 80s AC where it's like what is wrong with those guys? It's just what are they doing? I don't understand it. What's that? But we're having a good time with this. So I'm hoping to be starting to play more shows soon. We haven't really played. We played one. We haven't. We're looking to, but we're really also like as we're going along, we're really starting to hone in our sound, which is
Excellent, man.
which is which is important because I don't I'm in no mood. I'm in no. I don't want to rush it. I want to make it sound good. So
Perfect.
and
Yeah, I mean, if there's no need, why? Get,
exactly, and
get the best thing you can get.
I'm hoping by next summer to do a world tour of Texas.
Texas.
All I
Take
like
2 months off and you can tour Texas.
I just tell a friend I'm like we just gotta play Texas. That's all I want to do is play Texas. He's like, well, yeah, and I'm like, no, seriously, because like the first time Fred and I ever toured was when AC famously toured with Incantation and Phlegm down in Texas,
I
and
was
it
there
was
at the DMZ.
you were there.
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Oh my god! So I wanted to, I don't want to recapture that, but I'm just like, we always do well down there. Why don't we do it?
Yeah. Well, Texas always loves that type of stuff.
Oh, I know. Wait,
Grind, death metal, black metal. I mean, you're gonna get a crowd. They just love this
The
stuff.
TMZ show. Which one was that?
This is San Antonio.
Oh, that's right. I can't remember what happened there. Fuck.
I don't remember anything too crazy happening at that one.
No. That wasn't a bad one.
Were you in AC when they played at Wackies? Am I remembering this right?
Might have been. What year?
Oh God, early? No. Late '90s, maybe mid to late '90s.
No, that
No,
wasn't it.
'cause I remember I was late to that, and I do remember Seth just throwing chairs before like I was walking in, and I was just like, oh yeah, AC's playing. Watch chairs are flying around.
Oh God, we one of the last shows we ever played in I think it was in San Antonio. It might have been San Antonio. We played this place and Seth lit off a fire extinguisher, and the venue was all pissed off. And then our manager, we actually had a manager at the time, ran over and was like, and Seth and the lady's like, "What did you do?" Blah blah blah. And he's like, "Well," and Seth's trying to argue with her about something. I don't know what, and she's like, "What did you do to this place?" And the manager walks up to Seth's here and he goes, "They paid us the guarantee." I'm really sorry what happened. I'm really sorry. And look, let's shake on it. And they're like, all right. And he was like,
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
you gotta
But
take that cash, man. It's
oh yeah.
rough out there.
How did you flip that? I gotta get out. Let's just leave. Let's fucking leave, man. But yeah, but Burt Bacharach, where it's at now.
And is it do you still have the demo on Bandcamp?
Bandcamp, go
I'll
to
link
Burt.
that in the description then,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
people
it's
want to
still
hear it.
there. It's free download. It's
Perfect.
I think it's like 6 songs in 2 minutes. So you know where you're at. So
6 songs, 2 minutes.
yeah, and it's it's only getting better. So look
Perfect.
for us. We'll have by the end of the year we'll have something out. We'll have more out. I'm making t-shirts soon, making buttons, got merch coming. We're gonna go.
Oh yeah, I wish I'm terrible at this. I should have been prepared, like to show the graphic of the logo. It's fucking such a cool logo.
Well, here's the other thing. It's like we were trying to think of a name, and Fred came up with Burt Bacharach, and I'm like,
Burt Bacharach. Explain to the younger kids what Burt Bacharach is.
well, Burt Bacharach is he's still alive too. He's almost
Yeah.
100. He's a songwriter from the 50s and 60s, and he wrote songs like top 10 hits for everybody, and it's just all like love songs and crooner songs and stuff like that. And Fred was like, we should call it Burt Bacharach, and I'm like, I don't know. And then I was trying to think of all these crazier names, and it's just like, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of like that old power violence band Charles Bronson, but better. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. All right, Burt Bacharach. And then I was like, all right, well, we got to have like a completely unreadable logo.
Yeah, this is the most death metal logo.
Oh yeah, just put up the logo and you'll understand it. But the best part about it is, if you look at the logo and you don't know the band name, then you're like, you look at it and you're like, dude, that's fucking sick. I wonder what that says, and then you find out what it means. What is that? The fuck? I'm like,
Burt Bacharach.
Burt
What?
Bacharach. And I also love it because I'm focused. I really want to play with more death metal and more death, like more in that area with us. And it's like I want people.
Well, if you come to San Antonio, I will try to get one of my bands on the bill.
Oh, definitely. Oh, absolutely. But I just love the idea of like, I love being that band that people just like they love, but they're just so like, I don't know what the hell they're doing. What are they doing? It's not even it's not to be comical. It's just like, I'm just perplexed, you know?
That's a good way of describing it. Perplexed.
Yeah. And I
don't know what to make of this.
I like it so much, but why on earth did that happen? You know? So, you know, it's just, we're just making crazy music because that's what we do. And we do it really well.
Yes.
I've been doing it for a while. So
Yeah.
everybody's like, can you play like, can you be, no, this is what I do. This is what I do. I'm good at it. So let me keep doing it.
Yeah. Don't make me do something I'm not good at. Let
me
do something I'm good at.
Yeah. I'm going to just make noise. It's noise and people are just going to scream and holler and have a good time. So this is what I do. So.
Well, awesome. I think we're pretty much done here. We went almost over 2 hours. So long as the movie or longer, man.
Hey, man. Now, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to get some pizza and rewatch this movie.
Yes. You know, I need to do one day if I can figure out how to go live because I always seem to have problems. I will we'll have a watch party or something where we'll all watch it at the same time. We can't show it, and we'll just pick some movie. And
we'll all start at the same time and watch it.
And just talk fucking while the movie's going, man. A lot of people do that, and it looks like it's fucking pretty fun. But do it with one of these great movies from back then.
You know,
another one I've been, Escape from New York has been on my mind too, and that's another one of my favorites from that era.
Oh, Snake Plissken, man.
Yeah.
If kids don't know that movie, and if they ever try to fucking remake that movie, I'm gonna go fucking nuts.
No, they can't. They can't make Snake in today's age. It won't work. Not Snake.
They better fucking not, because that's like, oh my god, that guy. Who's that actor's name? What's that actor's name?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Underrated action hero.
Oh fuck yeah! Well, remember he was a Disney kid. He was one of those. He used to be in Disney movies, and it looked like he turned into Snake Plissken.
Oh my god, Snake Plissken. Oh my god, now I gotta.
One of the best badasses on screen ever, man.
Oh yeah, and who was? No, I was just gonna say it was Raquel Welch, but no, it wasn't.
Adrienne Barbeau.
Adrienne Barbeau.
Boom.
Oh my god. And then what's his name was the bad guy? One of the best soul singers in the world.
Oh yeah, the Duke of New York. What was
Yeah,
his name? His real life. Yeah, he was a singer.
yeah. Don't
Remember his
fuck with.
car? We're gonna go into a tangent, dude. The car with the
I know, it looks like
chandeliers.
we got to do some other thing. That
Yeah, we're
fucking
gonna go into it.
Cadillac.
Yeah,
Ah,
yes, the
and
Cadillac. Yeah, the
don't fuck
Cadillac.
with the Duke. Don't fuck. You know what? You know what's hysterical though? It's like I had some that was made in the early '80s, and back then New York City was still really like that, like the Lower East Side and that part of New York City was still really fucking hairy. It really had they hadn't cleaned it up yet. It was still pretty fucking like nuts. And you'd watch Escape from New York, and then you go to New York, and you're like, well, this ain't too far off from each other, you know?
I asked Bill from Disma and Roy. I haven't heard back from Roy if they want to do a movie one on the Warriors because I'm, you know, obviously love that movie too, but I want to talk to East Coast people about it because well, as a kid, I just thought this was the coolest shit ever. Even though as a kid, I didn't comprehend how dangerous it was. I was like,
Oh,
this place looks like the fucking coolest place in the world. I gotta fucking go there, man.
you know it's pretty going back to the Warriors. Actually, John Kozik, who was in AC for a long time, can recite that entire movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
when he used to watch that movie daily, like he'd go home and watch that with like one of his best friends, and they could recite that entire fucking movie.
God, I mean, I love it, but I can't recite it. No way.
Warriors, come out and play.
And,
And
and
who wrote?
Ajax, remember Ajax? He couldn't be in a movie nowadays.
All right, well, we're getting way off topic because that movie's
Yeah, we
too
got to end.
good.
So yeah, I'll put links in the description. I'll put find a trailer from the Road Warrior. If anybody wants to at least look at the trailer, you better watch it because it's a great movie.
You
Check
better
out.
watch The Road Warrior. It's the greatest movie ever made. It's one of them, man.
Yeah,
Although we
it's
just mentioned a couple that I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna be up all fucking night now.
maritime. Better get the popcorn and beer ready, man.
Oh Jesus Christ, yeah, man. Oh, it's like now. All right,
All
man.
right. Well, that's it. I'll put links to Burt Bacharach in the description of the video too, and everybody check them out. All right, man. We are out. Laters. Metal.